What's up? I'm in the lab working on ArcGIS exam, and it's taking a long time, so da-da-da-da. Yay. So I'm studying biology, and before I do that, do you guys want to see my school? Let's go look. I have my little card, so I have the whole school to myself. Nobody's here. Look at this shit. It's so cool. This is like lava flows from all different parts of the world. Reticulite. Super sparkly. And the hallway is reflecting geologic time. I'm sure somebody's here beside me, and I'm gonna look really weird as soon as they come around the corner. But I was showing you guys pictures. This is a dinosaur bone from the Cretaceous. That's just a toy dinosaur. A Jurassic clam, Jurassic oyster. That's a sea urchin from the Cretaceous, the white guy in the back. And then here's the ammonites I was showing you earlier. Ta-da! Bunch of trilobites. These guys are from the Ordovician, and these guys are from the Devonian. It's kind of cool being at the school by yourself. So, on to biology. I was reviewing species interactions, which is basically about how species interact and it affects their fitness. So let's go over that if you want. The 4 species interaction types are commensalism and competition, consumption, and mutualism. And commensalism is when one species gets a benefit and the other species has 0 benefit. Like nothing bad happens, nothing good. So like you guys gave me examples of those not too long ago, like a bird's nest in a tree, like how they live in the trees. Although I might say it's mutualistic considering that birds leave fertilizer and they are known to reestablish ecosystems. Like bird activity can bring early succession in disturbed areas of ecosystems. So I'm not sure it's entirely commensalism. But there was also like barnacles on whales, somebody said, which I thought was a good example. And then we have competition, which is really easy to understand. But did you know, I don't think a lot of people know, that it has a negative benefit detrimental to both species to compete. Why? Because instead of having their niche that they would normally have, they get to have like a realized niche, which is going to be smaller territory, less access to resources. They might end up competing for food and fighting too, and dying, not living as long. So competition isn't great. And then you have consumption. Consumption is exactly what it sounds like. Like predation or parasitism, where there's a positive benefit for the one species, but a negative detriment to the other. So, and then finally you have mutualism, which is a positive benefit for both species, like when fungi grow with plants and bacteria grow at the roots of certain plants to fixate nitrogen into the soil for the plant. Yeah, species interactions can affect the distribution and abundance of a particular species. And the species act as agents of natural selection when they interact. And when 2 species influence adaptation of each other, coevolution is happening. the outcome of interactions among species is dynamic and conditional. And there's interest-species or interest-specific competition. Don't freeze on me. Keep going. Sorry, interest-specific competition is like competition within the same species, like humans. And interspecific competition is competition for resources from different species, like directly or indirectly. And that occurs when niches overlap. So there was like a picture of a lion eating a leopard. And you have to figure out if they are, why the lion is eating the leopard. So I had two hypotheses. One was that the lion it's like consumption, the lion's eating the leopard. Or it's competition, like the lion and the leopard share the same territory and so are fighting over food. So then you get the data, and the data shows that their resources are largely different. Like lions eat bigger biomass food and leopards eat smaller or medium-sized biomass for food. And then there was some other thing, but basically you had to determine which interaction was happening, and it was likely that the lions were eating the leopard because there wasn't a lot of evidence for niche overlap. Let me see if I can find that. I can't find a picture for you guys, sorry. Anyway, the fundamental niche is the total theoretical range a species can tolerate, and the realized niche is the portion of fundamental niche that a species actually occupies. So when competition is occurring, they might lose part of their resources. That's all for this video. I'm still working on calculating distance, so I might give up on this part of the exam for tonight. But I'm way ahead of things, way ahead of schedule, so have a good night.